Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. It's no secret that politics, especially in today's day and age, is a rather tribal thing. You have two different camps over in America at the moment, and even somewhat here in Australia, although it's not as bad. I mean, it is getting pretty bad, but America is way worse in this regard, whereby you've got the Democrats and then you've got the liberal types. We call them the wokies, the woke monkeys. And then you have on the right, you have obviously the Republicans, and then you have the far right extremists, which are also kind of crazy as well. So you have on two sides of the aisle, you have the utmost extreme, and the same thing for the other side. And where do people in the middle sit, really? Well, they're trying to sit in the middle, but you can't really sit in the middle nowadays because you've got to choose a side. And if you don't choose a side, well, you are, well, all kinds of things. They're going to throw all kinds of labels at you to make you feel like you're the bad person, right? Now, it's no secret that this particular person doesn't want, well, really anyone to support Donald Trump. Why is that? Because, well, this particular person believes in all of the mainstream lies that Donald Trump is going to go after and stop this particular person because this particular person happens to be part of the LGBT Rainbow Outfit Mafia group. And, well, this person happens to also groom kids online, which we know that. And also this particular person tells kids to meet this particular person in chat rooms and or private chat rooms, but you've got to pay to do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, who am I talking about? Yes, Jeffrey Marsh. And in a new video, Jeffrey Marsh is talking about why you guys should cut off contact if your family member is a Trump supporter. Yeah, so talking about this tribal behavior, this person, Jeffrey Marsh, is definitely in the tribal category of bat crap insane. Like, you should not be telling anyone at all to cut contact because, number one, you're not a psychologist. You're not a therapist. So drop it. You should not be giving any kind of advice online. I don't give anyone advice on my videos. It's not my place to do so. And number one, I don't have any qualifications at all to be able to give you guys any such advice. You can go through all my videos and you can see and critique for yourself whether or not I give you guys some advice. I talk from experience. And if you guys want to take on board some things that I have learned from my experience, that's not advice. This guy is giving advice. Jeffrey Marsh is saying that, hey, you know, if your family member happens to support Donald Trump, you should cut contact with them. That's not a good piece of advice to be giving to anyone, let alone your however many followers. You are creating a problem. There is already a problem, but you want to create an even bigger one by saying that you must cut contact. Oh, but you've got to do it in a loving, kind way. Jeffrey, mate, there is no kind way at all to cut contact with a family member. That is cruel. They are your family, for goodness sake. You may have thought that's a fantastic idea to cut ties with your own family because you may be a narcissist. Who knows? But it's not a good thing at all because they're your family, for goodness sake. What are you doing? You should not be giving this sort of advice out to anybody. So why are you? Now, this video, I want to show you guys. Be prepared. It may make you really upset. I know a lot of people do not like what Jeffrey Marsh has to say already, but even more, this is highly concerning. It is why we have so many problems in our society, because people actually listen to these sorts of individuals. All because they support Trump. And apparently Trump is the devil somehow. He ain't, man. Like, just literally get over yourself for just 5 seconds and realize that Trump is not the bad person. Trump is not your enemy. You may think that Trump is your enemy, but he ain't. So, also, again, I will say it, stop telling people what to do. You have no right to do that at all. Here we go.
Should you cut off contact with family members just because they are voting for Donald Trump? Yes. If so far they have not been able or willing to listen to compassion, to listen to kindness, to listen to you, or even to do their own research and discover that hatred's not the answer, that love and kindness is the answer, if they are unwilling to change, they must experience consequences, and you should not withhold those consequences from them. The consequence in this case would be they don't get your beautiful, loving, wonderful presence in their lives. It's over. And they are gone.
Yes, if it's one thing that we all need to realize about people that support Donald Trump, is that they're the ones that apparently don't listen to reason, to kindness, to compassion, to all these other things, because, yeah, it's the Trump supporters that have a massive problem with all that and not the crazed Democrats. I don't think you have anyone in the Republican Party that I have actually seen that is telling individuals, hey, guess what? You should cut off your family if they support Kamala Harris. I don't think I've seen any of that. But no, apparently it's a wise thing to do if it's Donald Trump. But if they don't see your side of things, if they don't listen. So if you go to your friend or your family member that is supporting Donald Trump and they don't listen to you, or you feel like they're not listening to you because they're still supporting Donald Trump at the end of it, or they actually have some good points that you have got no idea how to respond to, you're just going to go, oh, you know, they're not listening to my kind, compassionate response, so therefore I'm just going to cut them off. They didn't listen to me. I didn't feel seen or heard. Does that sound rather familiar to you? Yeah, it does, actually. This is the line that the woke, democratic, liberal types use all the time. It's a problem, a big problem, in fact. Shows the actual Delulu attitude that a lot of these individuals seem to possess. Case in point with the person in this video. If you saw, let's just say, a Republican making a video like this, I would be making the same video and making the same kind of comments. But it seems to be that the woke, nonsensical Democrat types like this particular person, Jeffrey Marsh, happen to be it, because they're on the side of reason and rationale, apparently. But they cannot stand when their arguments are torn to shreds with common sense, reason, and actual rationale. They can't do anything about it. They just whine, complain, and get frustrated and go, I'm going to cut you off. Because that's really a mature thing to do. Cut you off. If your family member is a narcissist, they are abusing the living daylights out of you, that is a different story altogether, but I will still say it. They are family. At the end of the day, we've all got family members that are like, you know, it's hard, but they're family at the end of the day. And if you don't have family, what else you got? But if they're a Trump supporter, who cares? Let them be a Trump supporter. If you're a Kamala Harris supporter, so be it. But the tribal factor is the Delulu attitude of the Kamala Harris supporter cannot accept the sane version of Trump. Because their Kamala Harris supporter that is on the Delulu side is honestly just repeating a lot of what the media is saying. Nothing else. So Donald J. Trump, or Donald Trump Jr., I'd say, goes president of white dudes for Harris. And if you didn't see Donald Trump's roast the other night at the Al Smith dinner, it was fantastic. He made a joke about these white dudes for Harris, it's okay because their wives and their wives' lovers are going to be voting for Donald Trump. I saw that and I laughed so much. I thought it was a brilliant comedic piece. And yeah, it goes to show you that these white dudes for Harris have got no testosterone, no masculinity whatsoever, and no brains either. Case in point, ladies and gentlemen, you have a non-binary trans person that is all about love and compassion, but is telling people to cut contact because you're not getting your way. Like, mate, some people just need to be told where to go, right? Anyway, you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.